Devil's Reign is Marvel's new 6-issue miniseries written by Chip Zdarsky. Daredevil and Kingpin have been enemies for many years. In the recent Daredevil comic series, his secret identity was revealed to the public, but he managed to make everyone forget about that by using the power of Purple Man's children. Wilson Fisk has become the mayor, and he realizes that his memory has been messed up as he knew Daredevil's secret identity. This causes Fisk to use his political power to declare war on superheroes. Welcome to ComicsTube YouTube channel. In today's video, we'll review chapter 1 of Devil's Reign. So, if you are new here, a sub to this channel would be highly appreciated. Please like, comment and share. All the text and images are owned by its respective company. You can support them by purchasing it digitally or from any offline stores. The issue opens up with Daredevil and Kingpin comes face to face, as the panel describes Kingpin's inner monologue about his anger and grief against Daredevil. He throws a file case in front of Daredevil, which labeled as Daredevil's secret identity. The file should have included who Daredevil is, but instead, all the pages of that file is either blank or meaningless. Which drives Kingpin absolute crazy. He screams, "I can feel it. You did something to my mind. Who are you?" Daredevil smiles and goes on to comment, "Sorry Wilson, but it's called a secret identity," and he leaves the place. At the City Hall conference, Kingpin charges all the superheroes doing as a threat to the society. By using his political power, Kingpin makes superhero activity illegal. He is not pleased, as he can't remember who Daredevil is under the mask, so he decides to use his mayor powers to make all superheroes who aren't working for him illegal in New York City, which is kind of similar to Civil War event. This announcement rapidly spreads into the social media. Tony Stark also comments, "Superheroes serve as a purpose and have saved not only New Yorkers but the world many times over. This is a desperate move from a gangster mayor in an election year." Fisk also brings in specialized officer called Thunderbolt units to begin making arrests who are against office law. Some people do agree with this announcement. The situation becomes worse as Kingpin assigns an army of supervillains to control over superheroes all over the city. When Spider-Man and the others are busy to save lives, the Thunderbolt unit shows up and they electrified him right in the back. They handcuffed him with the power dampening devices, which placed him in such a difficult position that he is unable to fight back. But before they unmask him, Captain America steps in and bashes their heads by throwing his shield at them. The backup team also arrives in the spot to help them. As the situation becomes worse, they quickly head into the hideout through sewer. As they goes down into the sewer, Ben Reilly Spider-Man asks about the reason of this massacre. Daredevil replies, "This is all my fault," and he goes on to describe what happened in the past. Meanwhile in Baxter Building, Some Homeland Security officer shows up and they believe the Baxter building is harboring weapons of mass destruction and they have secured permission to investigate that and they will secure anything that they find. But Reed Richards tries to tell them they have the permission to work freely in this country. But before Richard and Susan can do anything, Dr. Octopus shows up from behind and puts on 2 power dampeners in their neck. However, Susan manages to alert the remaining Fantastic Four team with some specific code, and the team knows what to do next. When the Thunderbolt agents enters into their room and starts to fire at the children, Ben quickly covers them and smashes one of the agents to the wall. Then he carries the 2 children and jumps off from the building. The 4 team members manages to escape from there, while Susan and Richards being captive under Thunderbolt's agents. In the next panel we see, a vehicle accident takes place in the busy street of New York City. Luke Cage quickly jumps into the action and tries to rescue the survivors. But from the back, Shocker shows up, wearing a Thunderbolt unit sign badge. He throws some power dampeners at him to put on, but Luke Cage crushes those dampeners by his hand and directly charges at Shocker and beats him up straight to the ground. Then Luke Cage gives a speech about how it isn't illegal to save people and everything is recorded by the bystanders. After everything that happening into the city, Luke Cage and Jessica packing everything to get out of from the city. But on their way, they meet Tony Stark, and he explains them Wilson Fisk needs to be stopped, and the only way to stop him by running as a mayor to oppose Fisk. Tony Stark is going to run for a mayor for New York City. In the next panel we see, Purple Man is being captive under Wilson Fisk. Fisk goes on to comment, all of his friends and rivals' informations, all of their secrets have been kept on his files, and now he'll use that against them. But there is nothing in this file to use against Purple Man. The door of that cage opened up and he letting Purple Man out from his prison. But before Purple Man can do anything, Fisk grabs him by his neck. As Purple Man tries to take control over Kingpin's mind, but his power is not working against the willpower of Fisk, and he starts to stab Purple Man with his knife. In the last panel we see, Fisk is running for the president for United States. Then right in that moment, the chapter 1 of Devil's Reign comes to a close. So Fisk will do anything to annihilate the superhero activity from his country. What do you guys think of this issue? Please share your thoughts on the comment section down below. If you are new to this channel, please like, share and subscribe, as this will motivate me to make more contents. I will see you guys soon.